there's no reverse thrust in this either. Continue. Floats. Proper floats this plane.
So one thing as well that you find from flying the FS Labs between the 319, 20 and 21, you have to flare them. Each of them have their own different little technique to flaring them nicely. And the 319, you know, if you start flaring at 30 feet like you'd normally do with a 320, you start floating the gear.
Yeah, exactly
You have to
what
really
just
late to
happened
about 20 feet, and you just barely have to touch your nose up.
Yeah.
Whereas the 321, you know, you got to sort of start the flare early, but I find that I keep the power on just that little bit longer.
Where am I? I'm on the grass now because I'm looking down again. I like to turn everything off properly, and I keep forgetting to stop. Taxiway's here. That's good.
And then that's then the issue then with the FS Labs with the IEE engines. Even fully laden, and you're on idle power, they just taxi away for fun.
Yeah.
So you vacate the runway, like you said, you turn your landing lights off, your strobes, take everything else, and the next minute you look like, oh shit, quick, you turn.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. There we go. That's the one I actually turned off at, so that's perfect. What haven't I done? Have I put my flaps are away?
Thank you.
Good.
You did a great job. Thank you for a wonderful flight.
I kind of want to check. Speed brakes up, so that's good. Taxi down here. Why is that there? Why can't you see where you're supposed to go? Terminal over there. It's grass here. Oh, this will do. We'll do here. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. That one. Oh. Not having that. Doesn't stop until I tell it to. There. That's now I've told it to. That was quite successful, I think.
Look good, my end.
Right, let's have a complete now. Let's see what my landing rate was. Right. I've got to do it again tomorrow.
What's your plans once you've done with this?
On this one?
Yeah.
Might see the wife for a minute. I don't know what I fancy. Why? What do you fancy?
No, I was just going to ask, I know it might sound a bit of a weird request, if you had a few minutes to spare, would you quickly kind of like load up and come in to land on 27 left at Heathrow?
Yeah.
I just want to see what it looks like. I want to then try and see if I can spot where my
I'll do it offline though. I'll do it offline and then...
yeah, I wasn't expecting you to do it online. It's usually you could just quickly do like a little fly and do an approach to 27 left and see if I can spot my house.
Well, what, night time or daytime?
You could do it night time if you want to, dusk time.
Tell you what, if I take off...
Actually, if you come in for 27 right, that would be easier because then I can use the M4 and the A4 as reference.
Yeah, but if I take off in the day, loop around and come back in at night, then you'll get both, won't you?
Fair enough.
I'm just going to have a quick drink and make Sure, little sword in the bar. That was a bit
Yeah,
of a
it's
crappy
quite
landing actually. I'm not happy with that one. 181 feet per minute. 88 knots is about right. I don't like 180.
Did you walk away from it?
Yeah, it was only
Yeah, there you go. It's a good
1.7
landing.
G, but it's a little bit high.
A good landing is the one that you can walk away from. A
That
great
is
landing
true.
is one that the plane can fly the next day.
Right.
I had it on my first. I had it on my first ever lesson. So when I was 15, and I had the choice between the PS2 when it came out or my flying lessons. And so, you know, hard choice. I think about it, picked my lessons. So when I come to do my first lesson, long story short, flying along, the instructor was like arguing with me, thinking I've flown a plane before. I was telling him that I haven't. That I've just been on my computer flying planes. So he let me do ghost landing.
Yeah.
So I was flying. He was, you know, just in case if anything goes horribly wrong. And it was a bit of a gusty day. So anyway, just as I was flaring about to touch down, bang, gust of wind picks up the left wing, scraped the right wing and run the wrong way. And the first thing I'm thinking, like, oh crap, there you go, my pilot's life's over before it's even started.
Right, so if I take off 27 right, is what you wanted, weren't it?
Yeah. So if you
So-
like take off 27 right, and you could do like a right hand circuit, come round, bring yourself in on 27 right.
Yeah, happy to do that, mate.
That's lovely, thank you.
No dramas. I'll do it in the little
Doesn't
steerer,
need-
so then you get a bit
don't
more
expect
time.
the flight to be great. It's just to visualise. I just want to see if it, like I said, if I can see where I can spot my little street.
You will, so the street will be correct. The house on it, not necessarily so, because all they do is go, it's about this square footage and put an appropriate building on.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I don't.
But
wasn't
they've just
expecting-
redone London, so actually some of it's really, really nice. I'll have to change yoke. Let me just quickly change joystick. While that loads up. Turn off Navigraph. Turn off pushback helper. Torch is still running from that. Oh, I won't have changed my tail number, will I? It's going to get all confused now. I don't even know what livery I'm in. Basically, I've just completely rushed this, haven't I? But apart from that, everything's fine. Where am I? Oh god. Right, so we parked it in that hangar, yeah?
That looks like BA hangars on the east side of the airport.
Yeah.
Hatton Cross, basically.
If I go back inside and then press drain cam. Because I've got...
Oh, so you can free for you the
Oh, I can do
Yeah.
everything, mate. I can fly anywhere
Oh,
and
sweet.
everywhere. Yeah, yeah. You can pop, basically, you can pop a little drone out the back that you've got full control over. And I can
Oh,
fly
wow,
around
it's
into the
like
world
awesome.
using this. It takes forever, but I can literally...
So you
if
can
your house
literally
is
just use.
over here, I can fly to it now, yeah.
So if you turn right, so at the moment you're following. So you've got the roundabout just in 12 o'clock
Yeah.
now, and you've got the road. Follow the road along to the right. So you're
Yeah.
following the back end of.
What I'm going to do here is if I go into camera and then drain cam, can speed them up a bit as well. It's a nightmare to control because I have to do it with keys and it's designed for something else, but
So yeah, if you follow that road along now, so that's the perimeter roads. Coming up, that's the BA hangars. Follow it round to the right now. Oh no, stay go straight. Follow left now. So that'd be the A30. That's the 312. So that crosses over. Oh my god, that is looking so real.
straight down here.
Yeah, straight down here. You get to a roundabout. Take the right. So where you follow on, that's the A4 still. So stop about now.
Should we sort of look now?
Yeah, carry on a bit.
Yeah, past this car park.
So yeah, that should be
Looks like
Towns
a
West Tube.
stall.
Stops now.
Yeah.
Stop now. Follow the road to the right. So if you look down a bit more,
That
so
road
that should
over
be
there.
that should be Martindale Road. Yep, coming down. 1, 2, 3. Stop. Take the left.
Where the van
Yep.
is.
That's Heathdale Avenue. Yep. That should be. So it's not quite there, my street, but
Should
that
be.
road that road that you're on now, pretty much there'd be like a little left-hand turn into a cul-de-sac street.
There will be. It will be there. It's just the buildings on top don't necessarily represent it.
Yeah.
If I get closer to the ground, look, you can see all the imagery.
Oh
You
yeah.
can see the cars that are actually on the road and superimposed on people's driveways, even though the house isn't there. So there'd be a cul-de-sac.
So yeah, you would have gone
Might have
past
done
my
that.
street now, because that would have been, yeah. It's not right there, but the
Right.
majority of it's there, and I'm thoroughly
The
impressed.
cul-de-sac's got, but you sure it's not this cul-de-sac?
Oh, there you go. That's the cul-de-sac. Yeah. So
There you
I'm
go,
not.
mate.
Yeah. So that's my street there, basically.
Right, so your car could be on here.
Eventually.
It's just the house won't look
So
like
where you
mine.
got the two little kind of car vehicles there, those
Yeah.
so my house would be pretty much opposite those.
So yours would be
So-
one of those ones.
So yeah.
Have you got a gravel front drive?
I would do. So I'd be the middle house
There you
because
go.
we've got 3 houses, so it's semi-detached. So you go
So
back.
have you got a trampoline in the back garden?
No, I don't have a trampoline. That might be next. Oh no, that probably might be from the garden opposite.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so like if you then turn left and look back towards Heathrow, you see my houses then pretty much slap bang into both the approaches to
Yeah,
both
yeah.
runways.
And we'll pop up there then.
So yeah, so when I look out my window, because my window's south facing, so I can see them coming in 27 left, and if we're
Yeah.
out in the garden, you can see them coming in from 27 right.
But if I hadn't just gone into the resolution that I just took you to, so we're at 1,000 feet or something now, that would be an accurate representation.
Yeah, oh
of where
yeah,
you're
definitely.
coming
I'll be able to spot that because like I
Yeah.
can see Bath Road. I've got the 312 with the roundabout, Jolly Wagon roundabout, which then the 312 you follow north takes you up towards the M4 and towards where Wembley and stuff like would be in Norfolks. And you follow the A30. That, oh my god, that's looking awesome.
It's good, isn't it?
That is looking good.
But I'll tell you what is nice with the recent update is, I don't know what the zoom on, but the city's starting to appear there now. You can actually see on the skyline
Yeah.
all of London City starting to. I mean, if I went out of London City, it's absolutely gorgeous now. But yeah, everything's on there. Some form of large train station there. by the looks of it.
That could most likely be Paddington.
There's Wembley. You can see Wembley. You can see its arch.
I haven't been to the new Wembley myself yet. I can't bear it as a football
Tell you what, though,
fan.
hold on to your stomach, okay? Because when I hit 5, it recenters the drone cam back behind my aircraft. And we're obviously about 3 mile away, so it's going to be proper sick. There we go.
That is impressive. So yeah, you don't even need to show me the flight then, you've pretty much done it. So yeah, it's pretty much there, I'm impressed.
Not the
I am
point.
thoroughly impressed.
Got the fly. Ah, it's not starting properly because that spring's not come up. Yeah, this is what I was on about. Like, that's worn out. That's a mark on the window. I just like stuff like that.
Oh, I
Everything
do like that because
parachute
not
doesn't
not
do
aircraft's good. Oh yeah, does that actually implemented?
It's there, but it doesn't do anything. I mean, all
Okay.
the labels are for it are in here. So there's a label. I don't know where it is. Some labels about when you can pull it. It's not that one. But yeah, it's like there's all like dirt and grime on there. Look, on the little bar above the battery master switches.
I love the minute details into things like that because let's be
But
honest,
it
you're
should
never
be
ever going to
detriment.
get into brand spanking new aircraft. Very few
That's
between.
true. And I
I
agree
like
with
the
you in
I
that
like the fact
perspective.
that you get that kind of used aspect of it. Like there'd be some wear and tear where people hold the grip and
Yeah.
certain dials you see like
And whilst
Yeah.
I agree, the bit that gets me is that, yeah, this is lovely to look at, but does it improve the simulator as a simulator? It does textually, it makes it much more realistic in terms of visuals, but if you've still got systems on board this aircraft that don't work properly,
oh
has
yeah.
the time been well spent? Do you see what I mean?
Oh no, yeah, I get that. You know, you've got to get the basics of the aircraft right. You know, all the systems working.
I wonder if I can fly this without any avionics and instruments whatsoever, just fly on the standby.
Good morning. Thank you.
In fact, I've only got one spring going. Just taxi. Got no idea what my airspeed is. It'll be fine. And this annoys me as well. The ground crew don't disappear. You can fly straight through them. Look.
Some things never change on flight sims.
Right, wait. Yeah, we'll be. Yeah, that's not loaded up properly, look. Nothing's there. The advantage of not being connected to Vatsim and having my multiplayer coming through Vatsim is that I can just taxi now and there's going to be nobody else there.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm right next to her. Thank you.
Hello.
I've sat many times in the back end of this runway watching aircraft depart and land.
Just do with some instruments, that's the main thing. You're going to have to
Hello,
come and fly
ladies
like
and
that.
gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight.
Rotate.
When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and
No
smaller
gift,
items
well.
underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bin. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items,
Yeah, so this is
please
my
let a flight attendant know and we will
Right, I'm going like this because I'm flying like I'm in a
After
game
you
now.
put your
But this
carry-on
is just so I
items
can show
in the
you stuff.
overhead bin and it is full, make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Also be sure that the aisle is clear and sit down so that way other passengers can get by you. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please review the exit seating responsibilities and the safety card provided for you. Please make sure that you are able and willing to perform these actions. If you're not,
It's
please
quite
let
nice
a flight
looking, isn't
attendant
it,
know
for
so that way you
default
can be
scenery.
reseated.
Oh no, of course it
Now
is.
it's
I
time to
can't
get
see
out
much
any last-minute
wrong
text
with it.
messages if you
Everything
need
seems to be
but
in
we ask that
place.
once we depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets. Thank you and welcome
I mean,
aboard.
obviously there'll be a lot more aircraft, but
Ah, yeah, but I've turned them off.
yeah, I know. But no, of course it's like I said, I'm impressed. Like straight away when you loaded up, I could spot straight away where you was. There was no like, don't quite recognise that building.
If I do data and then bring that back on, this should be the server I'm connected to. Should start populating, I think. You can see London there again now. Look. Let's see if any aircraft appear. That'll annoy them.
And the car parked just behind Hatton Cross where I had my COVID system a few weeks back.
Can you see it just started to stutter?
Yeah,
It's
you
all
see
lagging
all
out. That's all the aircraft spawning in. And if I've got the livery, it'll put an appropriate one in, because it does built-in model matching. Yeah, so none of these are simulated ground aircraft once we see them. They're all live and logged into the simulator. In fact, there's somebody going there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's somebody just vacated. And this guy's coming for me, look. It's the problem with playing on the servers, is that people don't care.
Yeah, that's the problem about just letting any teenager up on a server.
And then other people do, and idiots mess them around, which is why I tend to turn collisions off when I'm on. If I crash into something, I completely expect to blow up. But if some idiot flies into me, I don't.
Oh yeah, all the times like combat sim where you're just about to land and someone decides to spawn on the runway and you're like, yep, thank you very much.
Yeah. So if I crash, I've crashed. So what is that? That's. Oh no, that's a livery I haven't got. So it's just put one of the default ones in. It's looking quite. You should see my Manchester though. My Manchester is gorgeous. Manchester and Birmingham. Yo.
Oh, I love Birmingham for the old crosswind landings.
Steve-O,
Yes, Matthew?
so you've committed to doing the last few legs with me.
Yeah, get it done.
So I've just done the plan I'm doing and 2 ahead with rough 30 to 35 minute ground time. So I've overestimated the ground times. So if anything, we should run ahead of schedule. But we land in TTCP Sorry, we're in at 23:31 Zulu. So that's sorry, 22:33 31 Zulu. So that's
Isn't it
20.
TNCC the final airport?
No, that's what I'm telling you. I haven't planned that far yet.
Oh,
So
sorry,
I don't want
guys.
to plan. I don't want to plan on rough estimates of ground time for like 4 legs ahead, because that can change quite a lot then. So about 11:30 UK time, we land in TTPP, and then it'll be, I reckon, probably about an hour's flight, maybe an hour and a half's flight at the most. I reckon we'll finish at 2 in the morning.
Thank you.
By the time we're finished. So go get some coffee and man the fuck up and stay up with me.
I think I might keep getting coffee.
Nope, you committed to it. You didn't join me for all the other legs. You joined me for, what did you join me for? 2 yesterday though. Was that the last legs I did? Or did you? No, you left me one before the last one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because I was going to do another one after the one I did, but then I was like, nah, quitting time.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
I'm getting this done before I'm going to bed.
Seems-
You what, sorry? Your Sim's crashed? Oh, better restart it then. Motherfucker.
You know, my mouse is not working.
Oh, well, you better go buy a new mouse quick.
Everything's shut. It's Easter Sunday, mate.
Don't care, make a mouse. You heard him. I've got it in writing somewhere, I think, on Discord. Let me take a photo. I will sue you if you leave me.
But the fact that I might join you.
Nah, definitely will.
Nothing said about having to stay up at 2 o'clock in the morning to join you.
Well, hang on. I'm working that off estimates, one sec.
Do it for you, Matt.
So it's going to be about midnight-ish, maybe quarter to midnight, our time, we depart TTPP. And then that's, well, according to this, it's 55 minutes, but that's been a bit short, so I reckon it'll be more like an hour and 20. So that's, let's call that 1 o'clock by the time we land. Quick turnaround. I mean, the next flight's not long, but the turnaround plus that flight, maybe 1:30.
Do you have any good excuses for me?
Hey?
Mate, you just might go away.
Oh.
Okay. I've talked myself into it now, haven't I, somehow?
I'm quite proud that I haven't let anything go. I've done all my onloading and offloading. I haven't tried to skip it just because I was wanting to finish. I knew these last few legs would be hard because they're all so close together. There's not a lot of time for planning. It's rushing everything. But I've managed to plan 2 ahead. And then hopefully by the time we get to TTPP, I'll have the last 2 planned. Then there's no more planning, it's just flying them.
Let's do some sim break whilst we're in the air, mate.
Eh?
Do you want me to do some planning for you whilst you're in the air?
I mean, you can, but I'm not going to be able to download that OFP, am I? And
Drop it into Discord.
and the flight plan and all that.
Alright, mate.
Yeah, it's just the, because it actually loads data into my
Oh,
FMC.
Fair enough.
While you was away, Mark was showing me.
No, I had a look. I jumped in and had a look. I'll admit, it looks fucking awesome.
But that was me playing that as a game as opposed to a sim. You don't get it. It's like I was saying, VFR looks wonderful, IFR looks great, but at the end of the day, if you're looking at a cloud, it doesn't matter how detailed it is, it's about how well the aircraft functions. And that's the trick that they've missed at the minute. But yeah, I've just been really enjoying the VFR stuff recently.
But could there be a way, though, Matt, of saying, like, taking the texture details of the weathers and the clouds and the colours of the skies and somehow modify them to work for the other sim?
Probably, but it's probably a shit ton of work and you might as well not.
It'll be V6, won't it? They'll already be working on it.
Yeah, version 6.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll go to version 6. I said this about version 5, but version 5 was a genuine performance improver. But version 6, if it's just going to look a bit better, I don't want the hassle.
Depends if they've still got bugs. If they can do bug fixes at the same time as releasing it as a new version and giving you the extras, then it's worthwhile. But if the sim works fine, 99% of the time, and there's no correction needed, then why waste effort? Just maintain.
We'll just make flight training affordable so we can do it for real. Wouldn't that be great if you could spend $135 and instead you can actually fly a real life 777?
Hello,
Yeah, I
Captain.
wouldn't be in my
We are
pants.
ready for pushback.
Not that I'm in my pants right now, but I could be.
You are the one.
Nope, fully dressed, got my cap
Why
and
you've
everything.
got your web? Yeah, cap.
Here we go.
Locking gear.
5th to last pushback. Imagine if I'd have kept the route how it was, Steve. It would be it was twice as long as this. Admittedly, I should have optimised the whole thing and done yesterday the same. I would have been able to tick a few more off, I think.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release
Sorry?
parking brakes.
Is your stream frozen? Oh no, you moved. That's fine. I thought you were pushing back.
No,
Commencing
now I'm
push.
pushing back.
All engines clear.
A bunch of coloured
Start at
cams.
will.
We are ready to go when you are. Good afternoon, ladies and
Off to
gentlemen, and
Barbados.
welcome aboard Flight 5777. Our flight time will be roughly 26 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for departure and cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the aircraft for a
Oh,
safety
it's
demonstration.
Barbados.
When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency
parking
exits on this
brakes.
aircraft. In some
Hopefully
cases,
we
your
get to
nearest
fly
exit may be
Barbados
behind
soon
you.
enough in the
In case of an
Concords.
emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is
There's
lighting
loads
on the
of
floor that will
cameras
guide
out
you
there.
towards the exit. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To
Busy
start
day
the
out
flow of
there,
oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth, secure the elastic band behind your head, tighten the straps if necessary, and breathe normally. Although the bag is not in space, oxygen is flowing to the mask.
That'd be the
If you're
one time
traveling
you
with
see
a
me
child
long
or
haul
someone
in
who
that.
requires assistance, secure your mask on
Tow
first and
truck
then
disconnected.
others. Keep your
Bypass
mask
pin
on
Doesn't
until
count
a member
if
of
it's
the
short
crew
as a
advises
short
you
haul.
to release it. In the unlikely
No, it's not.
event
It's
of
a
a
long
water
haul by
landing, a
distance.
life
It's
vest
just,
is
the
located in
sheer
a pouch
performance
under
of
your
Concorde,
seat or
you know.
between the
You can
armrests.
get to New York in
When
3.5
instructed to do
hours.
so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap
long
the
as you
straps
can,
around your
not
waist
die
and
on
buckle
takeoff.
at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest,
You're
pull
speaking
firmly
to
on
the
the
wrong
right cord,
nationality
only
for
when
that one,
Right is
mate. You
clear.
need to speak to French on that
If your
one.
life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual
Get out my
inflation.
way, I want to
This vest
go.
is equipped with a whistle and light. If
Stop
necessary,
waving at me, you
cushion
bell
is
end, and
used as a
fuck
secondary
off.
flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the straps, and hug the cushion to your chest.
Okay,
Once
get on the
again, all
tug
devices must
and
be
get
in
out of my
airplane mode,
way.
and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at this time. Please securely stow your
9 hours
personal items.
VFR, a bit
Make
too
sure
much.
your seatbelts are fastened in
Say again?
seatbacks and tray
9
tables in their
hours
full
VFR is a
upright
bit too
position.
much.
We remind you that this is
Yeah.
a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. Please read it and let a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Getting damn bored of backtracking runways.
You're on solution.
Hey?
You doing TLP to TBP bit?
Yeah. St. Lucia to Barbados. And then Barbados to TTCP. And that's where Steve joins me.
EWG 1253. Barbados.
Say again.
There's a dude in Barbados.
Oh, okay.
Vatsim. Echo Whiskey Golf 1250.
So I should be able to take fuel at Barbados for the Barbados leg,
Oh, so you're a wing, innit?
and then I can do the next leg as well without refueling. Most of my landings have been at max landing weight today, because I'm carrying extra fuel, just in case I have to go further than I thought to divert. And it means I can tanker, so I don't have to fuel every time. Like this one, I managed to just get away with not fueling because I had 5.0 in the tank and I need 4.9 for the flight. That's not 4.9 burn though, that's 4.9 plan.
Yeah.
The burn for this is only 1200, well 1261 apparently.
Must be Eurowings virtual.
St. Lucia traffic, I'm behind.
Or it's just some dude that's just flying Eurowings.
Here we go.
That's what it was. I knew there was something happening in St. Martin.
Is there an event, is there?
It's Sam from Flight Deck to Sim. They're doing a Caribbean group stream tonight, group flight tonight. So there's loads of
Oh, so it's alpacas.
Yeah, I was just looking, I was like, oh, that was what it was. I just spotted there's a couple of VCP there. I knew there was something that was supposed to be.
Who's the guy I was telling you about, Matt?
Oh, okay. Sam.
So, yeah, flying the 737s.
He's, well, he's a real 737 pilot, so it's so intuitive for him. But he tries other stuff. It's just, you'll not really get him out of X-Plane.
Rotate. B2.
Yeah, he's been doing a load of those ghost flights of late, hasn't he?
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier.
I suppose, like I said to him when he had his first one, and I said to him, I said, even though it's 20 minutes, it's still another flight in the logbook, and it all counts.
So do you watch him regularly then?
I do watch him every now and again. If I don't get to watch him live, I do watch his, do watch the replays of him on YouTube and stuff like that.
say hello next time you're on there, and then I'll wave back.
Yeah, will do.
Well, channel member. Because I want a mug and a quiz, and I felt like I needed to subscribe just to kind of pay back.
Yeah, I do the. I don't follow along with the quizzes, but when I watch them, I just answer them for fun.
Did you see his Concorde out of Barbados then? Because that was a video he did recently. It was one of his live streams.
I don't think I've actually seen his Concord one yet. Actually, no.
Yeah, have a watch, mate. It was a full. It was right up against the wire as well, in terms of he came all the way back to London. So it was full oceanic, but from Barbados, which is that little bit further than New York. So I think he stripped stuff out, and I don't think he took any passengers just to make sure he had the fuel.
How I came across about him actually was when he was doing that Gatwick thing where you take 26 left, come round, do a touch and go under the bridge, and then come round and then land again at 26 left as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And just from there, I just thought, oh, this guy just seems like a real good laugh. And
He's a really good guy. And then I'm one of the moderators and stuff on British App Geek as well.
Okay.
I added you to his channel, didn't I? It's when you were trying to get the mod match and stuff sorted, yeah. So I do a lot of that stuff, and he's really good. Just can't think what I was going to say. But yeah, they're a good bunch. It's a good community. Good community. But yeah, I sit there in the Discord on AppGeek, but not AppGeek, on Sam's channel Friday to sit. So when he's streaming, there's loads of us in the voice chat just kind of laughing at him at the same time.
I remember when he was trying out the Airbus for the first time. I was helping to try and give him some advice, and people were like, oh, look at your armchair pilots. It was like, no, sod you, I'm just like trying to help him figure out the Airbus. It's like, if I can help him out in some degree.
Yeah. He's a good guy, Sam. We had one of his members come across to British App Geek's channel, jumped in, donated 152 quid. So then we used the money in the channel to buy 5 of the new Aerosoft CRJ, which just been pushed for this, and did it as a giveaway in the stream, and then that made some more people come and join the stream to watch it. So we got a load of subscribers from it, because this guy just jumps into smaller channels and financially supports them so they can grow membership, which is nice, isn't it? It's a little community.
Oh yeah, I see those type of people.
I've seen some of those videos of people doing that, donating.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now passing through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the
I mean, I kind of like to think to myself it would be nice to have a few hundred people watching you when you're gaming and stuff like that. But I don't think I could ever do like a, try and make money out of it, so to speak. I just do it for the fun, and it's just enjoyment for me personally.
That's why, although I've got Twitch and all that all set up, and I can do it, I tend to be in other people's streams, because I don't have to worry about what's going on in the chat when you've got 400 people watching and all the rest of it. So yesterday we did a group flight, I was saying, in South Africa. Some VFR, smaller aircraft.
Shall I try a flaps 15 landing?
What's the harm, mate? What's the harm?
That's not a lot of flap. That's my final approach speed's 160. I mean, it's a long as fuck runway. Plenty of runway for it.
Yeah, there's loads of runway there. That dude's taxiing now, by the way, the Eurowings.
I'm just approaching 30,000 cruise. I'll just keep it safe. I'll go for flaps 30.
I take it you're coming around the back and coming in, heading west.
No, 09, isn't it?
Winds 09, yeah. I can't see what the wind is.
Yeah, winds 110 at 13, so I'm going for
We will
09.
not be able to offer in-flight service. Please let us know if there's anything we can do to make your flight more enjoyable.
Yeah, I
and
think
we
the
will try our
flat
best
15 configuration is normally for abnormal procedures with engine failure or
Yeah.
something like that.
It is, I know, yeah, it is. I was just wondering, because it gives me an option in the FB, But it's not. I don't think it's used ever as standard because 160 knots. Oof.
It's not a single engine flat position.
It might be. Yeah, that might be a single
Yeah, that's
engine.
what I think it is.
So that you've got the climb out performance on a go around.
Check me out, my own stuff. What a crowd.
This is what I was saying to me and Matt the other day. How long have we known each other for now, Matt? Probably 8 years or so now, maybe longer.
I don't even know, mate. A while.
And it was just saying the one thing that I enjoy about having Matt is that, you know, from having kind of like two different backgrounds, so to speak, but years of experience within flight sim, you know, how we still kind of learn from each other, because it's, you know, little things that I do that Matt might not have known about, and vice versa.
Yeah. And that's what's nice with Cinders, because he really is picking it up from a nothing background, and he's doing a really good job of it. And it's nice, but every now and again he'll find something as well, because he'll have read more because he doesn't know, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, of course.
And he'll come like, oh, what about that?
In general terms, the majority of the flight sim community is pretty sound. You know what I mean? Most people are more than happy to help out and share. Matt, is your sim crashed or froze?
Just froze for a sec, mate, because I was switching view too much. Back now.
That Eurowings dude is going Brantley Adams.